Hello everyone, and welcome back to this very special Halloween mini episode of Pokepaint, the series where I make new Fakemon for my fan-made Pokemon region based on the US and British Virgin Islands, Trapor. Well, sort of. This week, I'm not actually sure if we will be making any Pokemon for Trapor. For this Halloween mini-sode, as I call it, I'll be making another Ghost-type Pokemon, but this time for Subjectively's Mazah region. You see, Jack and the crew over there are running a bit of a contest this month, where people submit their Fakemon designs, and at the end of the month, they choose their favorites to fill up the remaining spaces in the Pokedex. So since I have far too many Ghost-type Pokemon, but still more ideas, and as he said, he needs more Ghost Pokemon, I'm going to show you my process behind my submission today. And this isn't to say that this won't end up being a Troporian Pokemon. If it doesn't end up getting chosen at the end of the month, or even if it does and you guys like these two well enough, I'll probably add them into the Pokedex anyways. It really honestly won't take that much convincing, as I really like these two designs. This week's Ghost Pokemon is based on a species of crab, unsurprisingly called the Ghost Crab. I came up with this idea way back in May when I was on vacation to Florida, and I was actually originally planning to save this Pokemon for my next region a year or two from now, since I really already knew that I would have too many Ghost types. But hey, when the opportunity arose, I knew this was something that I really wanted to do. I give this Pokemon a very simple, muted color palette to match its nervous, more conservative personality, whereas the evolved form would have a very vibrant and fiery palette to, again, match its personality. I did this purposefully, not only to differentiate between the two concepts, but to illustrate the two drastically different demeanors that these Pokemon would have. As a secondary benefit, that definitely made this line more unique, as only a select few main series Pokemon have related Pokemon with distinctly different physical characteristics. This, of course, is done for a good reason, but breaking that design trope can not only open you up to a more unique set of designs, but also allow you the freedom to take the concepts in any direction you want that you maybe couldn't before. I initially planned to give Jack Crab this sort of wispy swirl on top of its head, sort of like Cleffa or Clefairy, but that ended up giving its body a sort of weird proportion. Instead, I settled with these little horns. I also decided to give Jack Crab these violet cuff designs on the edge of the hands and legs to give it that Mazian flair. Both names are a portmanteau of Jack-o'-lantern and crab. Jack Crab, the Ghost Crab Pokemon. Most scientists agree that the home region of this species is not Trapor. However, they are numerous here. They are said to gather en masse on beaches where a tragedy has or is about to occur. Crab-o'-lantern is the evolution of Jack Crab based on, you guessed it, the festive-sounding jack-o'-lantern crab. And as you can probably tell, I took that idea quite literally, combining the looks of a jack-o'-lantern and a crab. This is yet another Pokemon that I did on stream last week. It was definitely a longer stream, almost 4 hours, but luckily I got it all done in one sitting, which was nice. I pulled off some visual trickery to get the eyes to be as vibrant looking as I wanted them to be, and although the long legs and their tricky orientation gave me a bit of a challenge, I'm pleased with how they turned out anyways. For those of you who missed the stream and wanted to tune in, don't worry, not only do I have them saved on the channel, but they're also becoming a relatively common thing, and I plan to do them monthly, if not bi-monthly. The shiny I developed for both of these is meant to better reflect the coloration of the true animals. Crab-O-Lantern, the ghost crab Pokemon in the evolved form of Jackrab. In the recent past, this Pokemon's dwindling numbers have turned around, making their infamously haunting sight of their glowing smiles from far-off shorelines a common one again in the region. It is said that if one stares into the flame behind a Crab-O-Lantern's eyes for too long, they would be driven to insanity. But luckily, that isn't true. I hope. I hope you guys liked the Pokemon that we did for this final Halloween-themed mini-sode. I wasn't quite through all of my spooky-themed ideas, but now that I've done one more ghostly video in the Pokepaint series, I feel fulfilled for Halloween. Like I said last time, I've had the art for the Fire-type gym video done, or almost done, for quite a while, so get prepared to see that in the first few days of November. And as always, if you like this video and want to see more like it, then subscribe, and turn on the bell to get notified when I upload next.